Hello, my darlings. I thought I would go live and talk about the True Self Society. I don't know who is going to tune in live right now, but it's more for the benefit of me being able to save this to my page. So if anyone has any questions about the True Self Society, then the Q&A will be there and you can have a look at it. I've actually got some people joining in. Hi, guys. So I put a question box up yesterday about the True Self Society if people had any questions, to drop them in there. So I've made a note of some of those questions, which I've got down by my side here. And then I thought I would just run through some of the kind of most common things that people have been asking about the True Self Society and what it's all about. So what is the True Self Society? So the True Self Society is a community membership for like-minded women. It is a space for women who are on some sort of journey. Doesn't matter what journey you're on, whether it's a self-discovery journey, a personal development journey, a journey that is taking you from where you are now to where you want to get to be, and you might not even know where that kind of end destination is, but you're on a journey, right? And maybe you feel a bit alone on your journey. Maybe you feel like there's no one really around you that you can talk to about the journey that you're on, about the things that you want to do, about the dreams that you have, about the goals that you want to achieve, things that you want to do in your life, and you just feel like you talk to people about it, but they just don't really get it. And so I've created this community space, this society of women who come together and we guide each other, we support each other, we hold each other accountable for the things that we want to do, and we cheerlead each other. We are each other's biggest cheerleaders, and we connect and we communicate and we discuss, you know, some of the deep and meaningful things in life, and it is just absolutely fantastic, right? And so it's hosted on Mighty Networks. It's not hosted on any form of kind of social media. It's away from social media, so it's a completely separate platform. There's an app for it, which is just amazing, and there is so much goodness within this space, right? So I've kind of covered what it is. It's a community, it's a group of women who come together and we support each other, especially if you feel a bit lost and alone on your journey, whatever that journey may be. And we meet monthly, sometimes we meet twice a month, depending on what calls we've got going on, but there's always a monthly call. They change between being at lunchtime, London time, and in the evening, to accommodate international time zones. So there's lots of different times of the calls. And all of this stuff is held within this community space on Mighty Networks. There's an events calendar and you can see kind of when the calls are and when they're coming up. And we meet monthly for 90 minutes. So we come together and we look at what that month's theme is. So we have different monthly themes. So some of the themes that we've already looked at are self-confidence and belief, your worthiness, the wild woman, trying to think of some of them off the top of my head right now, you know, just embracing who we are and who we want to be, and living in this bizarre place that we call, you know, home, earth, the world, the planet, whatever you want to call it. This month of November, we're looking at the concept of letting go. And now that can mean different things for different people. You know, something we've been talking about is letting go of expectations. What does that look and feel like for you to let go of expectations? Maybe it's the expectations that you put on yourself. Maybe it's the expectations from society. Who knows? What does that look and feel like for you? And so we've been talking about that and exploring that. And we've got our community call next week where we will dive into that in like a deeper way through conversation and through journaling. Some of the other things we've looked at are inner child and play. How can we embrace our inner child more? How can we live, you know, with more play in our life and more joy and more fun, and reconnect with that childhood version of us, that inner child. So that was a really interesting topic as well. And all of this stuff is still in there. So if you join as a member from this point forwards, you have access to all of that stuff that we've looked at in the last 6 months. All the workshops are there, all the calls are there, all the workbooks, the meditations, the journaling prompts, all of that stuff is there for you to consume, which is just absolutely amazing. So you can keep coming back to it, you can take your time, and you can dip in and out of what you want to kind of learn about. What do you want to kind of dig deeper into about yourself and the journey that you're on, and self-discovery and self-exploration, self-expression, and all of that kind of stuff. So there is a wealth of content in there. So what's included, right? So what do you get as a member? So you get the monthly calls, as I mentioned. Every other month we have 2 calls. So we have a monthly group coaching call, and then we have a bi-monthly creativity and journaling call, where we look at using different creative exercises to dig deeper into what we want, to dig deeper into who we are and discovering more about ourselves. And those calls, all the calls are fascinating, but the creativity calls are really fascinating because the creativity that we use just enables us to access areas of our subconscious that we didn't even know were there, and access memories and dreams and desires that maybe we didn't even know we had, or maybe we've been suppressing. So those calls are absolutely fascinating. And there is so much journaling within all of the stuff that we do. So journaling is quite a kind of core method that we use within the society. So you get your monthly calls, your bi-monthly calls, you get monthly intention setting sessions, you get weekly prompts, you get a number of different creative exercises and different types of prompts, not just writing prompts, we use image prompts as well. Meditations, there's lots of guided meditations and visualizations in there. There are monthly themes, as I already mentioned, so you get monthly workbooks and monthly workshops, the masterclasses as well, and as I said already, you get access to all of the past content. And I'm probably forgetting some things as well. There is so much goodness in this space, and just the ability to connect with a group of like-minded women who understand what it is to, be on a bit of a journey and to want to work on yourself and want to discover who you really are at the core and what you want from life. And to not do that alone is incredible in itself and holds so much power. And also being part of this community will empower you to really start taking control of your life and start putting one foot in front of the other with the things that you want to achieve and the things that you want to do with your life. Because as cliche as it sounds, we're only here once, so let's make the most of it. Let's really live our best life and actually discover who our true authentic self is and start living as that person. So there's so much power in that. Now I'm just going to check my questions that I made a note of. Right, what else is there? So how much is it? That's probably one of the most important questions. It's £28 a month, or you can sign up for the year and it's £280. So obviously you kind of save a bit of money if you sign up for the year. Otherwise it's £28 a month. There's a minimum of 3-month commitment. Why is that there? That's there because these things don't just happen overnight. And I want you to stay committed to this journey and committed to your self-discovery and your personal development. So by kind of implementing that 3-month minimum commitment, it shows you what you can achieve in 3 months. And then if you get to 3 months and you're like, yeah, this is not really for me, then there's no obligation to stay. But that commitment of 3 months just kind of enables you to really dig deep into, the personal development journey and commit for 3 months and see what happens type thing. So that's that. What next? Do you have to attend the calls? Now, no, you don't have to attend the calls. There is so much magic and power in the calls, and I know that the existing members will kind of chime in and say that the benefit of the calls is huge, but I know that got a Sky News alert that's in my screen. I know that you can't always attend the calls because of diary conflicts, or maybe it's at a time you just can't make it because of the time zones or whatever. So you don't have to attend the live calls, but they are all recorded, so you can catch up in your own time. And also, if you're someone who's not too comfortable attending calls, then you can watch them in your own time. But like I said, there is power and there is magic in those interactions that we have, and the conversations, and also the realizations that you're not alone on this journey. And it can sometimes feel like you are, but actually to hear what other people have got to say about what they're going through, and actually thinking, oh my goodness, I'm going through that too, and this person is experiencing that too. Wow, like, that's amazing. Like, we can have a chat about it, and we can dig deeper and explore, and I can find out what that person's been doing to kind of move through whatever it is they're moving through. So you don't have to attend the live calls. If you can, then I encourage you to, but if you can't, then they're there for you to catch up on, and they're there for you to take part in after the event, and you can watch it and you can get involved in the comments and engage in that way. And I would say you get what you put in as well. So, when it comes to engagement within the community space, the level of engagement that you have is completely up to you. Depending on how much time you have to commit to it, or just how much you want to give. You might be getting enough from just all of the content that's in there, but actually connecting and having conversations and chatting away with the other members, there's power in that as well. And the connections and the engagement are, really, really amazing to see and to be part of as well. What else have we got down here? So I kind of just touched on time commitment. How much time do I need to give to it? As much or as little as you want to, There's an app which I just think makes it so much more accessible. You could spend 10 minutes a day just kind of engaging in the app, or, catching up on what's been going on. You can watch the videos. Obviously, there's the monthly workshops, and we have masterclasses every now and then. So, as much or as little as you want. There's a monthly workshop, which is usually about 15 to 20 minutes. So you'll need to watch that. And then your monthly calls, which are 90 minutes. So, I don't know, a few hours a month. But obviously you're going to get more benefit the more kind of you put in, the more you get out, and the more time you spend on yourself and your journey. I think, because I've just talked quite a lot, are there any questions for those of you that are live? Are there any questions about the community space, about what it's all about? The doors are open until the 28th, midnight on the 28th of this month, November, and they won't open again until June next year. So we have 2 intakes a year, and that is really so that we can kind of connect, and we can connect with the people that are in there, with the amazing women that are in there, and we can create a safe space and a safe community. And then, there's not people just kind of dipping and diving in and out. I feel like I need to sneeze here and there, and that can be a little bit kind of disjointed, I feel. So it's to enable a real safe space for people to connect and get to know each other before we kind of open the doors and let new members in. But we've already welcomed some incredible human beings into the space for this enrolment period already. We have got about 12 days left, if I can do maths correctly. So honestly, if you're thinking about it, if you're on the fence, drop me a message. Let's have a chat. This is my baby, and this is a space that I am so proud of and so pleased that I have created. And if I can welcome more of you into that space, then I am doing so. You can't see my arms, but I'm doing so with open arms, because honestly, I just absolutely love it. So as I said, if you've got any questions, if you're on the fence, if you are just a bit unsure, drop me a message. We can talk about it. If you watch this and you're like, heck yeah, I'm up for it, then the link is in my bio to sign up, and I cannot wait to welcome more of you in. So I'm wishing you a lovely Thursday. I'm going to go off and film some YouTube videos now. So I will see you around soon.